What's up YouTube, this is Soul Ranger here. Gonna be doing a little bit of a let's play of Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. For those of you who can't read. This is getting quite an old series now. It came out on the PS2 quite a while ago. Sorry if I cough or sniffle, I've got a bit of a chest infection. It's gonna be my first let's play ever. Probably turn into a bit of a long play. It can take some time to get through some of the levels here, but generally quite a nice simple game. This is going to be kind of like a part walkthrough, part review type thing, just to have a general good bit of fun. So, without further ado, we'll get into playing it then, shall we? Oop, spoiler. As you can see, this is definitely not my first playthrough of this particular game.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the Precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose, and why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall.
I love that.
Even the rocks do not recall.
It's naturally rocks have memories.
Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
As ever.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
The crazy old guy who talks to plants and rocks. Got to go to a place with lots of bones and dead things and horrible looking creatures that look like they want your blood. You just have to.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps.
Quite a long intro to this game, actually.
Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that?
Magic.
Jak, I think we're in trouble!
I've chosen one.
Ow!
Didn't like
Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
No, he's not. That's a brilliant reaction.
Why What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either.
Useless!
None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while.
You've got to be
The
turned
only
on.
other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
That would be an impressive trick. Okay, first bit of gameplay, the training area.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
Yay. Ah, green go. Must collect all the green eco.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
Ah, supporting bribery and corruption. Just what a children's game is all about.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grav zoomer.
Shiny. Lots of text. Talk about breaking the fourth rule. Breaking the fourth wall. Not a bit tongue-tied there.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
No! I missed the box that does not move or dodge in any capacity. Really pro right there. It's good that it saves the game every time you get a power cell.
Wow! That last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
That's blue eco, which contains the energy of motion.
Mozart.
Blue eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Let's get it. KO Ken!
Notice how each blue eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
But clearly he's a Super Saiyan.
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
It's a really fun concept.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Of course, all these fonts don't actually start turned on in the first parts of the game. You go to certain places and unlock it. I suppose what we'll do is we'll go there first and see if we can unlock the blue.
Good
Then we
work.
can complete
The blue eco caused the
level,
door to open.
which
With
we'll get to
blue
later.
eco, you can breathe
Obviously.
energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
Try and keep my mouth shut as best as possible in terms of future levels. Don't want to spoil it for new
Those
players.
little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health.
Say new players. You're not playing it, I'm playing it.
You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
Yeah, because that's clearly not a breach of the laws of physics. Oh well, we love games. They don't have to make sense. I swear to God, Daxter is my favourite character. Just love the blind optimism. Another thing about this game is it's you know, if you think about the style of art, it's all pretty cartoony. I mean, you could say it's a bit of a dated game and it has dated graphics, but the art style, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if one day you're playing Gears of War or Halo or the new Wolfenstein, and then suddenly you're going and playing this. I mean, the controls would be a bit funny. Perhaps might not feel as responsive as something like that, but it's still, because the art style is fine.
Good training, boys.
Big difference
But that's
between the first and
nothing
second, though.
compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack?
Yeah,
We'll have to
boy.
stay in chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away then.
Substitute adventure for
And
F.
while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful?
Bad joke.
My darn green eco collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Want to be alone. Okay. Let's go down here. Can we move the screen, perhaps? Apparently not. Oh well. Oh no, we can.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
You don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on.
Mission 1.
I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Yeah, me do that first. Well, I think maybe talking to the villagers is the best place to start. And then we can go to the Forbidden Jungle. Yep, I'll just barge into your house. No problem.
Hey! It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
Very astute as ever.
Oh, don't tell me that you two have problems as well.
Yep.
First I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
They don't ask for much, do they? Ooh, look. Precursor orbs. I think that won't go straight up that way. Which house they go in first? Was that one? And which into his house? Because I'm barging around or what? Hang on a minute. Ah, okay.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Loan. The funny thing is, we know for a fact that you never see those orbs ever again. Okay. I hear a scout fly. Ah, another one over there as well. Get those while we know where they are. Always the best thing to do. If you see it, get it. Won't go to the beach yet. Stage face wants us to do. Okay. Go this way.
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainfruit. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
Terribly generous. Ah! The wall there. Okay. Oh wow, we're that far into the episode. Be everywhere.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
Were they lurkers, perhaps? You can get a scout fly so we can get much. Get much power shares. Get over there! Tenderize your steak. It's too early. Sorry, is that joke in bad taste? In the pen, no! Come back. Yeah. Okay. Should be one here. Yes. Okay. Did not need to get into that point, but hey. I mean, technically you don't even need to hit them. They should just walk to the pen. As long as you guide them in the right direction. I have to... It tends to speed them up though, which is kind of bizarre. I say bizarre. It makes sense when it speeds them up. Sometimes they don't move, so... one more then. Ah, yes. Out of times Jak hits his head in this game.
Gotta bring the crops from the jukebox game.
All in all, it's a very good story.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Of course, you bear in mind we haven't even got very far with this story, so I won't spoil anything. We'll get into the other games later on, but for the meantime, we're doing this.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
More sleeping. About 7 minutes left. Maybe it's a half an hour episode. Scout flash here. Scout flash. Oh yes,
Wow.
roll across this.
Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there.
No! Fail. Yeah, for first time players, if you don't know how to roll, best move in the game. You want to press the R1, which is normally crouch. While moving, it's a roll. In mid-roll, press the jump button. And that will give you a hell of a lot more distance and speed. Traversing a bigger distance. Yeah, that's how it should have worked. Fine.
This
Who awakens the oracle?
I skipped over Daxter.
Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return.
Yep, that's me.
Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
And you thought 90 orbs was an expensive price to ask for. No. The actual precursors? What even more? Go and do this. This is where the blue eco switch is, so we will go and turn it on. Ooh, snakes. Grab snacks. Grab snacks in the jungle. Snacks. Can't go anywhere without snacks. Grab snacks. Ooh, fishing guy earlier, actually. Don't do this task. Okay. There he is. You're not happy.
You never catch me a single one.
I'll do it.
What do you have in the basket?
Nothing to talk about.
He's terrible.
Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig. But now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do
It's all about
better?
fish.
Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell if you can catch 200 pounds of them critters. And then I'll let you with Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge?
Oh, definitely.
There are two types of good fish to catch. 1 pound fishies and 5 pound fishies.
Golden.
If you miss 20 pounds of good fish,
The goldfish.
then I'm gonna take me net back from you.
There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even a one of them boogers, and you'll poison the whole darn catch.
The eel looks like a lurker. Yay.
Here comes a big one.
Oh well. Initially mostly just swim straight into it. I missed one! How could I miss one? It was that close! Oh no! Oh. Okay. Whoa! No!
Here comes a big one.
Yes. Yes. Oh, yes.
Looks like you could use a bigger net. Steady, boy.
I missed 9. I'm got 300. Oh, 15. Whoa! Trouble is, I missed one big fishes, and that's it. Yes, I said fishes.
Steady, boy.
Jeez.
Here
Not the
comes a
hardest
big
task
one.
in the world, though. Last word! Say! No! Okay. I wonder what the odds of completing this with no misses.
Here comes a big one.
Oh, no. Well, there goes my plans of doing that task. So much for no misses. What? God. Goes to show you how long it's been since I've played this game.
Missed again. Steady, boy. Missed. Missed again.
Oh, no.
Missed.
No.
Steady, boy. Missed. Here comes a big one. Looks like you could use a bigger net.
Terrible. Terrible.
Your sails are set on the wind, boy.
Oh, I don't believe it. Oh, goes to show you how out of practice in playing this game I am. Well, it appears I've run over time. That should be about 40 minutes if I'm not much mistaken. So I guess I'll have to end the episode there for the time being. Next time we will conquer the fish. We will conquer the fish. In the meantime, I will bid thee farewell. Peace.